JSP elements you studied. JSP elements. How many categories of JSP elements are there? How many categories? 3. What are those? Scripting elements. Next, directives. Next, actions. JSP elements divided into 3 categories. Scripting elements, directives, actions. Scripting elements first category. You are learning first category. Later we'll see second category. Present you are learning scripting element. How many scripting elements? 4. What is the first one? Scriptlets. Second one, declarations. Third one, expressions. Fourth one, comments. Okay. You have seen scriptlet syntax. This is scriptlet syntax. Okay. Declaration syntax. Exclamatory mark. This is declaration syntax. Expression syntax. This is expression syntax. Comments. 2 hyphen symbols. Okay. You have seen like this scripting elements, declarations, expression access you have seen. Okay, like this. We have another syntax also. JSP colon scriptlet. And we'll write some code. JSP scriptlet. Close. Like this also. It is one more way. JSP colon declaration. Okay. You can write JSP colon declaration. JSP colon expression. JSP colon expression. Comments only one syntax. These 4 you have seen. Say you are learning JSP elements. JSP elements are used to write JSP programs. Those are divided into 3 categories. Scripting elements, directives, actions. First category scripting elements you are learning. Okay. First category scripting elements you are learning. Scriptlets, declarations, expressions, comments. Scriptlet syntax, this is declaration, this is expression, this is comment, this is. We have another way also, like this also possible. Okay. Now, if you want to write JSP program, JSP implicit object references also important. JSP implicit object references. How many are there? 9. 9 object references implicitly present. What are those? Out, request, response, config, application, 6th one, page, 7th one, page context, 8th one, session, 9th one, exception. Okay, like this. 9. Out is a reference of which class? JSP writer. Request, HTTP servlet request. Response, HTTP servlet response. Config, servlet config. Application, servlet context. Page, object. Page context, page context. Session, HTTP session. Exception, throwable. These 9. With these only we can write programs. Okay, with these all we can write programs. First of all, you see one program you have seen manually. You observe this PC, C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10 pin. I'll start Tomcat server. Now server is going to start. Here server started this message. Okay. Now server is started. Already we deployed one or two programs, I think. No, one program, I think. Program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10, web apps, where we place it, root folder. Here, first.jsp. This program you have seen. This program. Okay. This program, one program you have seen. Okay. Welcome to JSP. Now, this welcome to JSP we deployed on server. To run that one, what we have tried in the browser window. What we have tried? HTTP colon 2 forward slashes. HTTP colon 2 forward slashes. Localhost 8082 first.jsp. Then welcome to JSP. This is your scene. Okay. Now it is first.jsp program. Suppose if you want to write second.jsp, say notepad. I want to add HTML code. See first program you have seen like this. Scriptlet out.println welcome to JSP. Like this you have seen. Suppose welcome to Naresh Technologies. Now this is same like your first program I written. For this, if you want to add HTML, here writing HTML code is very simple for this program. Just you can write normal. There in Solid's always pw.println, pw.println. No, it is very easy to write. It is freely you can write HTML. So HTML body PG color directly you can write like this. Okay, directly you can write. Now there, as compared to this one, that is little bit complicated appears. That is not convenient way for writing HTML. In Solids, if you want to write HTML, always pw.println inside double quotes we written, but it is convenient. It is as compared to that one, it is very easy, no? It is convenient way to write HTML. You observe. It is HTML, it is JSP, again HTML. So it is freely you can write. It is freely you can write. It is a convenient way to write HTML code. Now, this is HTML, this is JSP, this is HTML. Like this you can write. Now, file, save. Where we have to save? C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10, web apps, root. Here, I'll save as a second.jsp. Save. Now you can run. Open the browser. Type HTTP colon 2 forward slashes localhost 8082 slash second.jsp. See, second.jsp executed. Now, what we written, what is coming to browser, you observe. We written like this. HTML code runs in browser or server? Browser. JSP code. Now you observe. Right click, view page source. See, HTML as it is came. HTML as it is came, but JSP only output came. That is executed there only. That output transferred. Okay. This is, you can write JSP like this. Write this program. HTML, JSP can mix, we can combine solid HTML like that, JSP HTML. Now writing HTML is very simple here as compared to solid. Even if you want to write here like a solid, that is also possible. Like a solid. Suppose here HTML code you can add. Here HTML code you can add. That is also possible. But it is better. It is allowing like this, right? But like this not allowed in solid. That's what we written like that. You observe, if it is solid, this code inside the out.println, no? This code also out.println, print pw.println. See, converted solid, I'll show you. Is it over? See, convert solid, I'll show you. Back, work folder, Catalina, localhost, root, org, Apache, JSP. Second underscore JSP dot Java. See, generated. See how it is generated. Like this. See, out.write HTML, body background color like this. Solids we written like that only, no? That is converted like this. So again, whatever you did in solid, that type only working backside. We written HTML like this. But here Jasper, JSP engine written like this. Okay, out.write. But here, not only this one, here declaration, assign, expression, and comment, not comment, scriptlet. In these three, when we have to use scriptlet, when we have to use declaration, when we have to use expression, it is most important. That is I'll explain. First, this is I'll close. I'll show you in Eclipse. I'll show you in now, when we have to use scriptlet, when we have to use declaration, when we have to use expression, important. Now, same file, new dynamic web project. Suppose JSP. I written JSP. Next, generate XML, finish. After this, right click, new, select JSP. Now, first.jsp. Next, finish. Suppose at present these all not required. That is directive. Page directive concept by default comes present. You can remove all. See first program, everything I'll remove. Here out.println Welcome to JSP. Okay, out.println, welcome to JSP. Okay, now here, this one you can run. Right click, run as run on server. Save. Select the server. Click on next. Okay, these all I'll remove. Only JSP I'll place. Okay. Here, first dot JSP. See, welcome to JSP. Like this, you can write. See, right click, new JSP. Second dot JSP. Finish. Suppose here PG color red, text yellow, level 1 heading. Now here JSP out.println. Now say like this, I written. Now again right click, run on server, save. Second dot JSP. Like this. Only HTML code displayed. See. Like this. First dot JSP, second dot JSP are same. But actually here, suppose I want to count the number of views. I want to count the basic programs you studied, no? Starting here, basics. Now 7, 8 programs I taught in Solids. See, suppose these programs. See, you have seen time solid, tablet, mime solid, image solid, counter solid, annotation solid, basics you studied. This type of programs you can write here also. Suppose I want to count the number of views. Which variable required, instance variable or class variable or local variable? Instance variable required. Now, how to write instance variable? That is important. You can write here also, here also, here also, but difference will be there. Now, for understanding this one, core Java, Solids, these two knowledge is there, very easy to understand. That is, I'm going to explain. Online students, listen the class, listen the class. Okay. Now, listen the class. Solid JSP, I'll explain differences, everything. See, here, when we have tried scriptlet, when we have tried declaration, when we have tried expression, that is you have to learn. Here, if you write scriptlet, what will happen? Declaration, what will happen? Expression, what will happen? That difference, first I'll explain. You write this one. 1 minute, first listen. First listen, don't write. Suppose demo dot JSP. One JSP program. JSP, I'm writing declaration. I'm writing declaration. I'm writing some declaration code. Also, I'm writing script. Also, I'm writing expression. Comment delete, comment is ignored by the compiler. That is only our understanding. After that, we are writing HTML code. These all we are writing. Okay. This is convert it to like this. Demo underscore JSP dot Java. Okay. While converting, class created. One class created, no? Public final class demo underscore JSP, some other code. Here in that public void underscore service underscore JSP service. Here some other code. I'll explain. Out dot print. Out dot write. See, here whatever we written here, that comes here. So if you write in a declaration, that it comes outside the service. Okay. Whatever I written in scriptlet, that comes inside the service. Whatever I written in expression, it is inside the out dot print. So then out dot print also not required for this printing. Like this. HTML inside the out dot write. Now, like this, converted. First note on this one. So whatever you are writing in declaration, that it comes outside the service. Whatever you are writing in scriptlet, that it comes inside the service. Whatever you write in expression, it is going to be printed. It is just out.println. HTML code inside the out.write. It is also passed to browser. So this separate method is given. Out.print, out.write. Now seeing this diagram, you can give answer. Possible. If you want to write instance variable, which element required? Which one required? Declaration. If you want to write class variable, which one you have to write? Declaration. If you want to write local variable, what do you write? Scriptlet. So with this, how you are giving answer? With core Java knowledge only, no? With core Java knowledge only. That is the reason what I am saying. This technique I am explaining directly. It is better. But again, declarations are used to write instance variables. Scriptlets are used to write local variable like that. No need to give an answer. No. This diagram, if you remember, you can give answer. Okay. Say instance variable will write here outside the methods. That means declaration. Local variable will write here. That's what scriptlet. So just with this knowledge, you can give answers. No? Okay. Now, I want to write one instance method. Where will write? Declaration or scriptlet or expression? Declaration. Can you write the method in a method? Here, can you write? No. Method in a method, not possible. Then compulsory we will write here. That means declaration. Now, instance variable, declaration. Class variable, declaration. Local variable, scriptlet. Like that you are giving answer, no? Whatever is valid here, that is valid here. Whatever is valid here, that is valid here. Okay. These two, nothing. These two only important. You observe. Okay. Here, it is nothing but printing. Whatever is valid here, that is here. HTML code just converted to out.println type. That's it. Here, instance variable, if you want to write, that is will write here. Then we have to use declaration. Local variable, if you want to write, we have to write here. That means we have to use scriptlet. Class variable, if you want to write, we'll write here. That means declaration. Okay. Now whatever valid here, that is valid here. Here not valid means you cannot write here. Okay. Now which are valid, which are not valid, you have to give the answer. I'll ask some questions, give me answer. JSP converted to solid like this. Now I'll give some examples. Okay. See. See, first I'll write some declarations. Don't write, I'll get time for writing. First I'll ask questions, give me answer. After that, I'll get time for writing. Declarations. I'll write some declarations. First, I'll write all variables, then some declarations I'll write. Some declarations I'm writing. Valid or not valid, you have to give the answer. Now, I given 10 declarations. Okay, 10 declarations I given. Now, which are valid, which are not valid, you have to give the answer. Okay. First one, is it valid? Valid. What is this? Instance variable. Is it valid? What is this? Class variable. Is it valid? Yes or no? Yes. It is instance method. Is it valid? It is called class method. Okay. Is it valid? You have seen diagram. Just now you have seen diagram. JSP to a solid. I written. Now here I written class. That class comes here. Valid or not valid? Valid or not valid? Valid. Inner classes you studied, no? Inner classes. That is which class? How many types of inner classes? 4 types. What are those? Member class, static member class, nested top level class, nothing but static class only. Next, local class. Next, anonymous class. Now, this is which class? Member class. So it is not valid. Valid. Is it valid? Yes or no? This is called static member class. We can call it a nested top level class also. Is it valid? Valid or not valid? That means here. Here can we write for loop? No, it is not valid. Invalid. In condition can we write? No, invalid. Ninth one, valid or not valid? It is core Java or advanced Java? It is core Java concept only, no? Give answer. Creating object outside the method. Now, how many people answer valid? Just raise your hand. How many people answer valid? Okay, online students. Okay. How many people answer not valid? Online students. Majority not valid. Okay. Now, you studied relationships in Java. How many relationships? What are those? Is a, has a. Has a relationship where you will create object. There only, no? It is valid. You studied has a relationship. Say even system class, print stream class also has a relationship. Now you can create object of A class in a B class, possible or not? You studied even this one also, printed system class. System class, how they created object? See, Here, in is a reference of, it is a member of, here they created objects, no? Can we create or not like that? A class object as a member of B class, you can create as a relationship. As a relationship, it is valid. It is valid. Now, this D, can I call it as variable or not? Is it instance variable or class variable or local variable? Instance variable, like that only. That is preference type. That's it. Is it valid or not valid? That one valid means this one also valid. That instance variable, this is class variable. Has a relationship only. Has a relationship only. It is also valid. Here, you studied in Core Java class. These all, don't forget, Core Java most important. Here, class test. Test class object I'll create here. Test T equal to new test. Valid or not valid? Valid. File, save. Compilation. Compile, no? It is valid. Now T is now T is a reference of which class? Test class. T is a member of which class? Demo class. T is a reference of test class. T is a member of demo class. Now this T, demo class, test class. What is the relation? Demo has a test. Demo has a test. Now, is it valid? Yes. It is also has a relation, but it is class variable now. Now, it is instance variable. That's it. So, valid. It is valid. Write these up. Note up. Otherwise, you can write tick marks better. First one, valid. Second one, valid. Third one, valid. Fourth one, valid. Fifth one, valid. Sixth one, valid. Seventh one, not valid. Eighth one, not valid. Ninth, valid. 10th, valid. For loop, if conditions, you cannot write outside the methods. Only two not valid. 7, 8. Remaining all valid. So whatever is valid outside the methods, inside a class, that is valid in a declaration. Online students, write the notes. So only 7th not valid, 8th not valid. Why it is not valid means syntax, that is core Java syntax. If condition, if you want to write, method required. Outside the method, not possible. First one, this A, which type of variable? Instance variable. B, show method, instance method. Display method, class method. This A class is member class, inner class, member class. B class is static member class. It is also inner class. For loop, if condition, system.out.println, we cannot write outside the methods. Error, syntactically wrong. Demo D equal to new demo has a relationship. Now D is a reference of demo class. This is a member of that class, servlet class, whatever you write. So has a relationship. Again, it is called instance variable. It is called class variable. That type valid. Is it over? These all declaration. 10 declarations which are valid, which are not valid, you have seen. Now with this knowledge, now you can select. Okay. Is it over? Now class variables. Is there any difficulties there? It is core Java concept only, no? Here, whatever you write here, that will come here. Okay. That means outside the method, inside the class. Outside the method, inside the class, whatever is valid, that is valid here. Outside the method, inside the class, what you studied in core Java, that is. It is not any difficulties there. See, core Java concept only, nothing. Whatever is valid outside the method, inside the class, that is valid here. Whatever is valid inside the method, that is valid here. Whatever is valid in the out.print in the brackets, that is valid in expression. That's it. Now, next scriptlets. Scriptlets. Now, don't write. Give answers later. We'll see. First, write heading only. Write it. Scriptlets. Next one, scriptlets. Scriptlets, we have to remove this symbol, no? This symbol we have to remove. I'll remove all symbols. These all scriptlets. Now, valid or not valid, give answer. First one. First one, valid or not valid? Valid or not valid? Valid. Which type of variable? Local variable. It is valid. Second one. Valid or not valid? Not valid. Local variables cannot be static. You cannot write. Next, third one. It is just core Java, not advanced Java. Valid or not valid? Multiple answers coming. How many will answer valid? Method in a method not possible. How will write method in a method? It doesn't support. Class you can write in a method, but method in a method not possible. Now whatever you are writing in a scriptlet, it goes inside the service method. Inside a method. Inside a method, can you write other method? No, it is not valid. Fourth one. Valid or not valid? Third one not valid means fourth one also not valid. Again, method in a method only, no? Fifth one, valid. It is local class. Local class concept is there, no? It is. So instead a method class allowed, but method in a method not allowed. Sixth one, valid or not valid? Local variables cannot be static. So like that only, local class cannot be static. Not valid. Seventh one, valid. Eighth one, ninth one, 10th one. 10th one not valid, static. Right, this one. So whatever is valid inside the method, that is valid in scriptlet. Whatever is valid inside the method, that is valid in scriptlet. Whatever is valid outside the method, that is valid in declaration. Is it over? Now, this first one, if you write like this, it is called local variable. But local variable cannot be static in Java. That's what error. Method in a method not possible. It is also not possible. It is class. Local class concept is there, valid. But local class cannot be static, not possible. For loop, you cannot write. You can write inside a method. You can write if condition. You can write creating object. You can write, but static not allowed inside a method. These all scriptlets. You have seen declarations. You have seen scriptlets. Okay. Now one more is there. Expressions. Is it completed? No. Say here, whatever is valid here, that is valid in declaration. whatever is valid here, that is valid in scriptlet. Okay. If you want to write here, you have to select declaration. If you want to write here, you have to select scriptlet. These two only confusion. It is nothing. Very rare situation we use. So in a out dot print, in the parenthesis, whatever is valid, that is valid here. That means it is directly printed. Out dot print also no need to write. That is in the brackets, in the left right parenthesis, in brackets, whatever is valid, that is valid. So in system dot out dot println, brackets will write no, in that brackets, whatever is valid, that is valid, like that type. Out dot print automatically comes here. HTML code as it is just converted. That's it. Okay. Now here, whatever is valid in expression, that is valid here. Whatever is valid here, that is valid in expression. Now, online students, listen the class and write the notes. End of the session, I'll clarify your doubts. Expressions. See, expression very few. Very few. Suppose I'll write. You observe. Say expression very few we can write. Now, is it valid? Why it is not valid? In the bracket semicolon not allowed. So it is not valid. Second one, it is the result is going to be printed. A plus B result printed. Third one, not valid because semicolon. Next one, valid. Then toString method called. New demo. Object created, toString method called. That is printed. Seventh one, valid. The D value printed. This is valid. Right is up. In expressions, very few concepts we can write. Is it over? So whatever is valid in the parenthesis, out dot print here. Here, whatever is valid, that is valid. Whatever is valid here, that is valid here. Okay. And now I'll give the task. What we have to write, you have to give the answer. Now with solid knowledge is also required. This is only core Java knowledge. Is it completed writing? Now, suppose you studied already one solid program counting number of views. This program, it will count the number of views. See what we written, int count equal to 0. After that count plus plus. This page has been accessed count times. This program you have seen, no? This program I want to write in JSP. Now, how to write? You give me answer. Now, first count equal to 0, we have to write now. Right click, new JSP. Count dot JSP. Next, finish. Present this directive, all those things not required, I'll remove. Now give me answer. First, this program you have seen, no? This program you have seen, counter solid. Here importing these all not required, already know. This int count equal to 0. What we have tried? Declaration or expression or scriptlet? Declaration. So declaration. Integer count equal to 0. Now this is okay. Next count plus plus we have tried, no? Say count plus plus we written. Where we have tried? Declaration or scriptlet or expression? Scriptlet. Okay, scriptlet I'll write. Then scriptlet. Count plus plus. Okay, count plus plus. Scriptlet I written. Now, this page has been accessed count times. What did I write? Expression. Now, this page has been accessed, right, in expression. Say, this page has been accessed count times. Will it print the count? Then what you have to do? Here, double quotes close, double quotes close, plus count, plus double quotes open. Like this you can write now. But instead of writing this type, what you can do is, this page has been accessed with HTML only, you can write. Here, even directly this one you can write. If you write pre-increment, directly pre-increment plus plus count times. You can write now. Now, it is displayed with HTML now. If you write inside the JSP element, it will printed with JSP. If you write like this, HTML you can write now. So, int count equal to 0, declaration, plus plus count, expression, remaining HTML. Remaining HTML, you can write like this also, okay? PG color, cyan, text, blue, level 1 heading. See, you can write like this also. Now, int count equal to 0, it is declaration. This is only expression. This code is now HTML. With HTML also you can print output. So this is better. See. JSP run on server. What we are run? Count.jsp. See, this page has been accessed one time. Now, if I refresh 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, see, like this. Now, again, if you run, say, run on server. count.jsp 28 times. Now, little bit modification here. I'll remove this symbol. What will happen? Now this is which variable? Now what will happen? Always it shows one time only because it is inside the service. It is inside the service. First 0, it will become 1. Again 0, it will become 1. Always 1 only. You see? But error will not come. No error. That is logical error. See, count.jsp. If I refresh also one time only. See, always 1. Even if I close this, again if I run also 1 only. Now always 1. See, one symbol, how much difference is there? Okay, you have to take care. You have to take care. See, only one symbol I changed. In the place of declaration, expression, scriptlet I written. Now, if I write symbol, now it will increase. See, only one symbol, how much difference is there, you observe? So, if you remove that symbol, local variable. If I add symbol, instance variable. That much difference is there. Okay. Now, it will increase. Count.jsp. See, refresh. Increasing. You observe here. This is declaration I written. Now, this totally, if you want to write in scriptlet, possible or not possible. This complete line I want to write in scriptlet. Possible or not possible? What we have to write? Scriptlet. Scriptlet out.println here. Now what you can do? This page has been accessed count times. Then count is a variable. What you have to do? Double quotes plus again plus double quotes. Like this also you can write. Now see, it is complete one scriptlet I given. It is valid. Now instead of this expression also you can write no expression. Then what you can do here? Expression like this. You can write like this. It is also you can write. If you write expression out.print not required. If you write scriptlet out.print required. Okay. But instead of this, whatever I given, this is better no. Here only expression I'll write. Count plus first pre-increment. There also plus count record. I forgot right. Now plus count like this times. It is better no. Now whatever is possible with HTML, you write in HTML only. Remaining write in JSP. It is more better. So this printing is possible with HTML. Then instead of writing in JSP, write with HTML. It is better no. This write it. Counting number of views. So whatever is possible with HTML, that is write with HTML. Whatever is not possible, write with JSP. Now, is it possible to write integer count equal to 0 with HTML? No. Then write compulsory JSP. This plus count, can you write with JSP HTML? No. Compulsory JSP. But printing this page has been accessed times. You can display with HTML also, no? That's what HTML. Okay. Now, if I give any task, now, year required declaration, year required scriptlet. But year required or year required, how will understand? So let's. Year valid, if you are valid or not valid, how will understand? Core Java. What do you mean? That is you are writing in declaration scriptlet. So, year valid or not valid, you are understanding with core Java knowledge. But year required or year required, you are understanding with solid knowledge. And that is you are writing in declaration scriptlet, that is JSP. That's it. Now we'll see continuation tomorrow. Online student, just wait 2 minutes. I'll clarify your doubts.